How often do you start to have signs about things that may not be going quite the way that you need them or they should be going in your appraisal business? How long do you wait before you deal with it?
Originating from deep inside the Rocky Mountains, transported through the power of the internet, and arriving inside your tiny earbuds. It's the Appraiser Coach Podcast.
Minisode.
Welcome to the program, folks. I think I shared this with you before. Maybe not. Maybe it was a coaching client I was sharing this with. But I am talking to you on a microphone with a back brace around my middle. Now, it's nothing serious. Well, I hope it's not anything serious. And that's kind of the point that I want to make here today. But I want to pause here and remind you that we are sponsored by ANOW Software. ANOW, of course, is the software that I use every single stinking day of my life because I love it so much. You will too. Check it out. Go to anow.com to manage your entire appraisal office. It's anow.com, ANOW.com. All right, folks, so as I talk to you today, I'm a little bit short of breath, not because I've been running around, but because I can't take a deep breath because I got this stupid brace around my belly, and it's to help support my back. And the gist of it is this. I went skiing last Tuesday with my boys, and I try to do that every Tuesday during the winter. I don't always make it, but most weeks I do. And I went skiing, and I did something stupid. I forgot that I was 45 years old, and I jumped off it was a jump. It was set up specifically for a jump, but it was probably set up specifically for more agile people than I am. And, I was with my boys, and sure, maybe there was a little bit of me trying to be as cool as they were, right? They're all jumping off the jump. I can do it too, right? And I jumped, and I landed it. Didn't even land on my rear end. I got some air, as they say. My kids like to say, just gonna send it. I think it's some stupid YouTube video that they saw with some redneck on a snow machine who says, just gonna send it. And that's their favorite thing to say is just send it. And they'll jump off of these stupid things. And I just sent it and landed very, very hard. I didn't quite get as much distance. I got a lot of air, but not enough distance. And maybe you know how it is. A lot of times these ski jumps will have a kind of a rolling jump. And if you hit the one and clear the second and kind of land on the backside of the second, that's the perfect landing. It will be comfortable, no problem. But if you land in front of the second one, right, as it starts to come up to the bump, you'll just land really, really hard because all of the pressure of that vertical ascent comes down and just kind of just lands in your whole body. And that's kind of what happened to me. So I did the jump and I landed, and I think what it did was it kind of did an accordion thing with my spine. I felt it immediately in my shins. And all of the pressure, of course, I don't want to fall. I don't want to look stupid. So I land and I stuck it, right? I stayed upright, but all of this pain, the searing pain, went down into my shins because, I'm not a small guy if you've met me. And there was a lot of weight, that all of a sudden was focused on two stumps that we call legs. And all of the pressure kind of went there. And I think that my back kind of just absorbed that whole thing. And I don't know this for a fact, but it later on seemed like that's what had happened. Right? And that's kind of the point. The point today is I recognized something was wrong immediately, but it didn't seem serious. And it wasn't until about 3 days later, 2.5 days later. So the evening of Thursday, I'd gone out on Tuesday, and the evening of Thursday, I started really feeling it in my back. And at first, I didn't remember what it was. At first, I thought, what in the world is going on? Did I sleep wrong? Did I, crank my neck around at night? What is going on? Because I'm racking my brain thinking, okay, well, Dustin, you haven't been to the gym in a while, so it's not that. You did ride a snow machine the other day, but it doesn't seem, that was a long time ago. That was like a week and a half ago. I don't think it's that. What is it? And I was racking my brain trying to think what it is that's caused the problem with my back, and I realized that it was probably this jump. Now, by Friday or Saturday, the pain was so, I wouldn't say intense, but noticeable, that it was hard to sleep, it was hard to walk, it was hard to sit. I couldn't really do anything comfortable, and it's right between my shoulder blades, and there's something wrong. Right? There's something definitely wrong. So I started icing it. I started alternating between heat and ice. And then I got this back brace, and this back brace has helped immensely. I hate wearing it because it's super uncomfortable, but I love wearing it because it finally gives me a little bit of pain relief for my back. And it's really helped. And it's been, as of this recording, it's been just shy of 1 week since I had this fun time at the ski resort. Okay, so that being said, it is interesting to me that it took me so long to recognize the problem because there were so many warning signs. I want to share with you what that has to do with running an appraisal business when we get back from the break. But first, I want to pause here and remind you that we're sponsored by ANOW Software. ANOW, of course, is the software that I use each and every day to keep track of not just the orders that are happening in my appraisal business, but my business itself. I often go to the analytics tab and start to play around and just see kind of where we are for the week, for the month, for the year, How does this month compare to last month, last year, or this April compared to April 2019 or 2018 or 2017? It is an awesome tool to really, really make some good decisions when it comes to your appraisal business. You can have it in your appraisal business as well by going to anow.com. It's anow.com. Welcome back to the program, folks. Telling you a little personal story about really doing a number on my back. I think the official term is a compression fracture of your vertebrae, but I don't know that I actually have a fracture so much as maybe it's a strain. It's not so bad that I think it's serious enough that I even probably need to go see a doctor, although there may be a lesson in that as well. I am a man. I am a little bit stubborn. Okay, a lot bit stubborn. And that's kind of the point. You know, the point is I did this on Tuesday, and it wasn't until Thursday night that I really started to notice and really started to say, you know what, there is a problem here, and I've waited too long to deal with it. I can't help but think if I had been a little bit more paying attention, that if I had been a little bit more circumspect about what I was doing, you know, I didn't slow down at all. I'm a pretty active guy and, you know, fixing stuff around the house or doing this or doing that. I didn't really slow down much, and I probably should have. I probably should have slowed down a little bit and taken it easy and taking note of the fact that I landed that jump a little too hard, and I need to take care of myself. I need to baby myself a little bit, pamper myself, and make sure that I'm okay before moving forward. I should have done that, and I didn't. Is there a lesson here for business owners? I think there is. And the lesson is this: how often do you start to have signs about things that may not be going quite the way that you need them or they should be going in your appraisal business? How long do you wait before you deal with it? Now, with my back, I probably waited too long. And if I had started the ice and the heat alternating, you know, the day of, and frankly, I think I could have recognized it if I had been paying attention. I don't think I would have had the problems that I had to deal with because I ignored the symptoms. Are you ignoring symptoms in your appraisal office? Let me give you an example. The other day, I ended up sending quite a few emails to a new virtual assistant, and he's only been around a couple months now, but this was about a month ago, so he'd really only been 3 or 4 weeks with us, and it seemed like he just kept making the same mistakes over and over and over again. And finally, I reached out to his trainer, and I said, what is going on? Like, I'm really, really concerned about this guy. I want him to stay. I want this to work out, but I'm seeing too many issues going up. And she said, you know, that's my fault. I've been so busy over here that I have just not double-checked his work like I should. And I'm going to recommit myself and I'm going to refocus, right? Now, folks, I should not have had to wait that long for that. First of all, she should have recognized it. But number two, I should have recognized it and got on her much sooner and said, hey, listen, what's going on here? Because there's a lot of mistakes being made. These are things that this guy's been trained on already, right? Now, certainly there takes some repetition before you learn something, but the point is very simple. If you can catch problems before they become major catastrophes, you're going to do much better. Look for opportunities. Look for signs. Look for little things that, if taken care of today, will allow you to be able to be more effective down the road. Because if you wait, it's always more difficult to deal with. Speaking of difficulties and dealing with problems and human resource issues, will you please go to my website, theappraisercoach.com. I just want you, if you haven't done this recently, would you click on the products tab? And I just want you to scroll. Now, there's a couple of courses there that are awesome courses, by the way. And as an All-Star team member, you get a huge discount to those courses. But everything below that, and it is huge. The list is long. If you can't find 2 or 3 things that you're interested in learning more about to be more effective as a business owner, boy, I don't know what's going on, okay? There is some awesome material there, and it's all free. No additional cost, I should say, for All-Star team members. Check it out, theappraisercoach.com/products.
You've been listening to the Appraiser Coach podcast with Dustin Harris. If you like what you hear, please give us a 5-star rating and post a short review on iTunes. For more in-depth insider information on how you can make more money as a real estate appraiser, visit theappraisercoach.com and sign up for the All-Star team today. Thanks for joining us. And now, get out there and create some value.